Mandy Franks. I have a question coming from Leah Remini's show that you've also touched on in past videos. In the most recent episode, someone brought up the Freeloader bill. Of course, I understand the concept of it, but as she said she signed when she was 16, why would she be worried that it would hold up as a legitimate contract and that she could be forced to pay it once she was outside Scientology? Surely that contract wouldn't hold up in any outside court to force her. This question gets asked a lot, and it seems to be a very misunderstood idea in terms of the enforceability of the Freeloader bill. So let me talk about this. In Scientology, when you join staff or you join the Sea organization, you agree to work for the organization as a volunteer, basically meaning they don't have to pay you anything. But what they do agree to do is give you free Scientology courses and auditing, counseling. And that's the freebie that you get by joining up and working for the organization. Some staff members are able to take advantage of that and move up that bridge to total freedom on staff or in the Sea Org, but most are not. And you'll find if you survey the staff in the Sea Org that probably 75–80% of them hardly move at all on that bridge to total freedom. They are doing a lot of staff-oriented training and that sort of thing with the study time that they're given, and very few of them are actually doing Scientology services the same way that the public do, when the public pay for the services. So the Freeloader bill is an agreement that if you leave staff or if you leave the Sea Org before your contract is up, you will agree to pay money for those services that you received. And that includes the staff training courses and whatnot. They assign a monetary value to those too. So, while many staff and many Sea Org members don't make a lot of progress, they still do the staff training, and some of them make a modicum of progress over the years. It just tends to take a way longer period of time than the public people who just come in, pay for their services, and receive them right away. So, here's the deal though with the enforceability of it. It's not that no one in Scientology cares at all about the legal enforceability of the Freeloader bill. Within the world of Scientology, it is enforceable. And that's all that matters to them. If you leave staff or you leave the Sea Org and you still want to be a Scientologist and do Scientology, you have to pay that bill. Because the Scientologists are under no obligation to give you any services, or even if you pay them, they don't have to service you, right? Just in the same way that any business doesn't have to service you just because you walk in with money. So the agreement within the world of Scientology is that you will pay this bill off in full before, and you will do other actions to make amends for having left staff or left the Sea Org, before you will be allowed to continue in Scientology. And that is 1000% enforceable. No one can tell Scientology they can't do that, right? Now, they will not take you to court to pursue that Freeloader bill because it's not enforceable that way. But what they're holding over you is not a legal contract, it's a Scientology contract, right? And they can enforce that, and they do. And they will, of course, contact people who have left staff and left the Sea Org and try to encourage them to pay their Freeloader bill so that the person can continue doing Scientology services. Hey, Joe, you do want to continue with Scientology, right? It's important to you, right? I mean, this is the bridge to total freedom, and you really want to do this, right? So you got to pay this bill. And if the guy goes, hey, fuck off, I don't want to pay the bill and I don't want to have anything to do with you people again, okay, good, game over, right? They're not going to keep persisting on the guy or keep calling. Well, they will keep calling him actually for quite a while, but they can't enforce that he pay that bill. The leverage is unless he wants to keep doing Scientology, okay? So that's the leverage on it. It's not a legal leverage, and I hope that really makes this clear.